Oregon Congressman Earl Blumenauer has announced he will not be seeking re-election.
The Democrat is best known for his efforts to make Portland bicycle and pedestrian friendly. Of course, that includes the Blumenauer Bridge in Portland. And that is where Fox 12's Emel El-Hel joins us live this morning with more. Hi, Emel.
Hi, Congressman Blumenauer has been an elected official in our area for the past 50 years, and he has represented Oregon's 3rd congressional district since 1996. As you said, he has championed various transportation efforts, and that includes the Blumenauer Bridge here in Northeast Portland, which is only for pedestrians and bikers. He says he has dedicated his life to creating livable communities where people are safe, healthy, and economically secure. That includes his work on streetcars and bicycles, as well as helping write the Affordable Care Act and writing the largest investment in renewable energy history. He said in a statement, in part, quote, "I look forward to continuing championing livable communities starting right here in Portland and being a resource and partner for the next generation." Before his time in Congress, the 75-year-old Democrat also served as a commissioner in Multnomah County, as well as served on Portland City Council. During his time in Congress, which has lasted for the last 27 years, Blumenauer served on the House's Powerful Ways and Means Committee and was a member of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. He said it was a difficult decision not to seek re-election, but said, quote, "It is time to continue my life's mission without the burden of day-to-day politics." His decision not to run in 2024 will likely open up the Democratic primary for his seat next year. Reporting live, Emel El-Hel, Good Day, Oregon.